Okay, before we do any analyzing here, let's just go ahead and watch the swing in full motion, full speed, first time through. Couple of things to notice right away is the finish. Look at his hands right on the swing plane. Very good job. Look at the amount of rotation he's gotten through on this swing. The odd part is he doesn't seem to be able to carry that through to his driver. Notice what you got there is a hybrid or a small fairway wood. So we got to figure out a way for him to get that same rotation and finish on the front foot as he does with all the rest, as he does with that club and with the driver. The next thing we're going to look at here is the head position. The head is directly in the center of the circle, there at his setup position. I'm going to draw the blue line front up to the center of the circle through his shoulders from his hips. Watch in slow motion how the head moves early. The head's moving back and back and back right away. He's pulling back and off that swing. Makes it very hard to get back to the center position. So we're going to ask him to work on is keeping his head in the circle throughout the entire swing. The next thing we're going to look at as we back it up a little bit to the center position is we're going to go to the top of his backswing. Again, he's moving out of the circle. Club's going way to the inside, but look where his feet are planted. That's to be expected. There's coming up to the top of his backswing. Right there. That's all he gets. He needs to get that club hinged. We'd like to see the hands, this hand, be further away from the camera than the lead hand. And it's not in this case. There's no hinging taking place. Then he's going to have to dive his head back down inside the circle. Here he goes. Oops, I did it too quick. He moves really fast, by the way. He's got a very fast swing. So he never quite gets back to where he was at setup. Club's on the swing plane. Right there is nicely on the swing plane. Good impact position. Right there. That's almost ideal if you ignore where the head is. The arms and hands are in a great single plane impact position. He's driving into the golf ball. Look at the hands are still going down the target line through to a really nice finish. Nice high ball launch. Right, you can see right on the target line from where he's set up. If we drew a line along his setup position, which is, we're not going to use his feet because he pulls his feet back a little bit, but his setup position shows that his target line is probably about in that line right there. Let's see what the ball does. Keep up there. You can barely see it now, just to the left of the line. There it is. Right where he's set up. Now, his issue is I'm not getting enough distance, he says, off my drives. The reason that is, clearly, is that he's not able to rotate the same with his driver as he does with his club, but in both clubs, he fails to hinge at the top of his backswing. That's the set in motion. We actually release the club in two directions. We release the club on the way back, let the head continue moving, and then we release it again on the way forward and through the golf ball, let the head continue moving past the hands. Now he's released it here, he's got a nice hinge, but he never releases it on the backswing.